Good evening, Facebook, and welcome to this week's Tot Think on These Things. It is I, your girl, your host, Marilyn Gregory, aka MG, aka Pearl. And I am with you on Wednesdays. I'm sorry I missed y'all last Wednesday. Long story. You don't want to hear about it. But I am with you on Wednesdays, bringing your words, something that I hope will lift you up, that will encourage you, that will give you food for thought. So I always say I'm not going to hold you long. I promise tonight's not going to be any different. I promise not to hold you too long. I'm going to be quick and swift and sweet. So go ahead and grab some people. Tell them that MG is on, Todd is on, and that she has a word of encouragement for you tonight. So tonight I want to talk to you about not losing heart. Not losing heart. There is a lot going on in our country. There's a lot going on in the world around us. So many things that can cause us to get discouraged and to lose heart and to just want to throw in the towel and to just want to give up. But I'm here to tell you tonight, don't lose heart. Don't allow your heart to go faint. You know, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon, and we are in it for the long haul. And, you know, when I think about that, I think about our bodies. I was just talking to my daughter just a few minutes ago, actually. And I was like, you know, I'm trying to drop 20 pounds. Okay. So I was like, I'm not hungry. And I've only had, I think something like 800, 900 calories. And I'm trying to stick between 1,200 and 1,300 calories. And so she was like, what'd you eat? And I was telling her, she said, you had no protein. Mom, you're over 60, you're losing muscle mass and all this kind of stuff. You need to eat protein and all that, you know. And this got me to thinking about how our bodies are changing. Just like the world around us is changing, our bodies as we get older, it's changing. Our muscles, if we don't take care of ourselves, they're getting weak. We have muscles that ache. Sometimes my knees just ache. You know, our hair might turn gray or it might just go away, right? It affects our vision and our hearing. It gets less sharp. And, you know, some people we know might be experiencing something as devastating as a memory loss or some type of health challenges. And it, you know, reminded me of what Apostle Paul had said and offered some ageless advice and wisdom to the believers in Corinth, Greece. And I think that wisdom can still apply and help us today in our struggles and everything that we're going through, and remind us not to lose heart. And in 2 Corinthians 4:16, this is the NIV, it says, therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. And I think Paul really understood the struggles that we face. The struggles that we face physically, the struggles that we face financially, the struggles that we face emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and the struggles that we face as a people and in this world that we live in. And because, you know, Paul had been beaten, he'd been shipwrecked, he'd been in prison, he'd been bitten by a snake, he'd been called everything but a child of God, right? He had gone through a lot. So I think he too understands the struggles, or he understood then the struggles that they had in Corinth. And also, I think they apply to the struggles that we have today. We are in a totally different world than I remember when I was growing up. Everything has changed. Some for the good, some for the bad, some just going back instead of moving forward and progressing. Some of the things I'm seeing, unfortunately, we're just going back to a time that was not beneficial or productive for certain people in our country. And I just see that happening, and it really, really breaks my heart. But, you know, I think about what Paul said, and it reminds us that, even though we're pressed on every side, even though it might seem like the whole world is against us, our government is against us, our local leaders are against us, our neighbors, sometimes it might feel like even are against us, like you're being persecuted and abandoned, and it seems like everybody's being taken care of but you, right? But Paul said that we're not to get discouraged, we're not to lose heart, because even though things are wasting away, inwardly, spiritually, we are being renewed day by day. So we can't let these things cause us to lose heart. We can't let these things frustrate us. That's not to say that we shouldn't do something when we can do something, when we have a voice, and if we need to speak out, if we need to speak out with our voice, if we need to speak out with our pocketbooks and say, you know what, we're not supporting people who are persecuting or got their thumb or their knee on somebody, on a group of people's necks, and not respecting that, then we need to do that. We have more power than we give ourselves credit for. We have a lot more power than we give ourselves credit for. We just have to come together and combine our resources, combine our resolve to let these companies know that it's not okay. It's not okay. If that means you're not getting my dollars, you're not getting my dollars. There's some companies out there, I have decided that you don't get my dollars. You don't get to operate any kind of way you want to and still receive my dollars. Cancel my Prime membership, canceled all my subscriptions with them for supplements. I take a lot of supplements. Y'all, I went to Costco yesterday. They had the same supplements. What they didn't have, the lady behind the counter so generously offered to order them for me so that I can just pick them up. That's the kind of company that I want to spend my dollars with. They are committed to their DEI program. And I know I'm getting a little political here, but they are committed to their DEI programs, and they are committed to serving the diverse community, and they're committed to their prices. I went off my little diet yesterday. If you've been in Costco, you cannot resist that hot dog that they have, right? $1.50 for a hot dog that long and a drink. And I don't drink soda, so I just got the hot dog, but a hot dog that long and a drink for $1.50. And the CEO said, he's losing money off of that hot dog, but he is never going to increase that price. That's the kind of company that I want to have my dollars. So I encourage you, let them know with the dollar, it speaks volumes in this world, unfortunately. Let them know that it's not okay. Ladies, let your men off the hook for Valentine's Day this year. Don't have them going out patronizing these companies that don't care about us just so you can get some flowers that's going to die, or get some chocolates that's going to go to your hips and your stomach, or, let him off the hook this year. Y'all gonna get mad at me, but guys, if you have a woman who's not willing to let you off the hook, then do not go to Target, do not go to Walmart, do not go to Amazon to get your flowers and your chocolate. That's just to name a few, right? Go to Costco. They have chocolate, they have flowers, they have candy, they have the champagne, they have all that stuff. Or you could really get creative and not spend a dime. I'm just saying. But y'all, that's all I have for you tonight. Y'all know that I love you, and y'all know there's not a thing in the world that you can do to change that. I appreciate y'all being here. I got some people who said they're going to be with me on Thursday, the 13th, and Target's going to hear from us. So go out there, y'all, and be that change that you want to see. If you want to see a change in this world, It's got to start with the man in the mirror. It's got to start with you. It's got to start with me. It's got to start with us. But I just want to tell you, don't lose heart in the midst of this. God's got you. He's going to renew your spirit day by day by day. We just have to trust and know that He is still King of Kings. He is still Lord of Lords. It doesn't matter who sits in the White House. It's who sits on the throne that matters. And my Lord Jesus Christ sits on the throne at the right hand of the Father. And I know that I am being renewed day by day by day. So I will see y'all next week. Be blessed. Love you. And have a great rest of your week. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Join me, Marilyn Gregory, aka Pearl, on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as we explore these things and renew our minds.